Hi, I'm Aza Lorena, and I'm a mission volunteer of MFC Youth from the LIT program, which is the creative arm of the youth sector. I'm a creative missionary, and I also work as a communications professional in the public sector. Welcome to the Virtual Campus Conference 2021. In this workshop, we will learn how we can be responsible young Catholics online. There is no doubt that we all want to feel connected, to belong, and to not feel left out. And one of our favorite ways to connect is through social media. Especially in this time of pandemic, when we are limited in the corners of our homes, the only way to stay in touch with our friends and to see the outside world is through social media and other online spaces. There is a lot of good that can come out from our shift to digital, such as staying connected with our families that are far away from us, accessing information as quick as possible. Online transactions have made our lives easier, and deliveries have helped our pandemic hobbies, and so much more. But have you ever gone to the point when your use of social media has consumed you? Have you experienced mindlessly scrolling through your Facebook and Instagram feeds just so you don't miss out on your friends' lives? And while mindlessly scrolling, you automatically like or react to a post even without reading the caption for context? Or have you ever posted something just for the sake of it, but not really thinking about why you did it? Or have you ever spent hours on social media that you lost track of time and ended up doing nothing productive? If you answered yes to these, I fully understand you. I have done all these things and so much more, and I constantly struggle with my connection to the online world. But it is possible to focus on the upside of social media by being intentional with our use of it. Being intentional means that you know the difference between reflecting and reacting to whatever you consume on social media. Being reactive means taking action that is solely driven by your emotions and not thinking so much of the long-term consequences. To be honest, we tend to make rash judgments when we see a post from a friend. For example, we comment, "Ang ganda naman niya, sana ako rin." Or maybe you've said, "Hala, nasa labas na naman siya, kainggit, sana ako rin." Or maybe you've caught yourself saying, "Hala, may love life na siya, sana all." And not realizing that in these reactions, we tend to compare ourselves with the lives of others. Sometimes, we become so jealous that we tend to portray a certain level of lifestyle online. Sabi nga nila, #do it for the gram. We want people to see that we are living happily and lavishly. But the truth is, we are all struggling. We are all hurting, and maybe some are in the process of healing. Pero syempre, we don't want others to see that. We want to put on a filter even in front of the people we love, in front of ourselves, and even in front of God. Being too immersed in social media can also be detrimental for our emotional, mental, and spiritual health. Many trends are emerging these days, and as young people, we feel the need or the pressure to join whatever that's in. There are also a lot of opinions, information, and issues that are arising that can be sometimes overwhelming. I also struggle with that, and sometimes the online world can be so toxic that we confuse ourselves with what's right and what's wrong. Another example is when we see socio-political posts and we instantly feel the need to join the conversation, even when we've yet to fully understand the issue at hand. It's easy to react because everyone's doing it. We think that when we react, we are part of the discussion. But friends, reacting is not always being part of the discussion or even the solution. Most often, it only adds to the noise. That's why the call for us is to reflect instead of just reacting. Being reflective means that when you take in a subject, you process it, Research if you must, and think of the best solution or action after all the processing. In short, it is being more critical in the way we consume information. And I'm sure this is nothing new, especially for college students, because we are all trained to be critical thinkers. It's as easy as pausing before speaking or acting. Think of the words you'll use before commenting on a post. Correct in private to avoid misunderstanding. Verify facts first before sharing an article. Or read the caption or double check the source before reacting to a post. Being reflective is also being open to discussion, suggestions, and even challenges. It is being humble enough to reach out to those who are more knowledgeable so that your opinions can be informed as well. Social media is meant to be instant, but it doesn't mean that your actions have to be instant as well. Do not be impulsive. Be intentional. Reflect. Do not just react. So how do we practice being reflective online? First tip is be intentional with your use of social media. Delete apps if you know that they're taking so much of your productive time, or if you know that they're causing anxiety or your peace of mind. It's also okay to set boundaries. Set a timer each day for your use of social media, or don't go on your phone past a certain time. Feed your mind with healthy information. Be informed through trusted sources. Watch videos to hone your skills, or read life-giving articles. Remember that what you feed your mind is what you become. Tip number 2. Reflect on your motives for posting, commenting, or reacting. Ask yourself these questions. Do you post to get affirmation from the likes you receive? Or is it your intention to affirm through your post? Did you like someone's post to get his or her attention? Or do you genuinely care for the person? Is your comment meant to bring someone down? Or is it to help him or her improve? We always have to purify our intentions so that we don't end up regretting what we say or do. Or worse, we end up hurting other people and even God. Be mindful. Post only when you have something life-giving to say. Last tip is to stay firm in your faith, convictions, and be a light to the world. You won't be easily shaken if your foundation is on solid rock. If you know in your heart what the true, beautiful, and good is, you can easily discern on social media. And when you're sure of your values and convictions, you can easily navigate and be a light to others. Remember that social media is a noisy and messy place, and as young Catholics, we do not contribute to the noise and chaos. But if you must say something, make sure that you post and shout for the glory of the Lord. Thank you, and God bless.